Hey everybody, it's Andrew. I'm back for one more video. Gonna rant again a little bit. This is partially Lego related, and a lot of people already know what I'm going to talk about. It's been discussed in the community a lot about what a lot of people are calling the Disney tax, or you could also call it the Disney greed. I mean, let's face it, amongst the most overpriced Lego themes are the Disney properties. Whether you're talking about the Disney Princess line or Marvel or Star Wars, they are very overpriced. And I mean, they are more so than any other licensed theme. It's just because Disney is greedy. They want a lot of money for their properties. And, you know, their greed is also evident if you look at the Disney Plus service, streaming service. They are the only streaming service that releases new shows to their service one episode at a time per week. It's ridiculous. Nobody else does that. Whether you talk about Netflix or Amazon, Hulu, whatever, they release a full season at a time for anything that is exclusive to the streaming service. It just is further proof of how greedy Disney is. You know, I did put up with it. I subscribed late last year in order to watch The Mandalorian, and I kept it and watched through WandaVision. But I have now decided, in order to save some money, I'm going to go ahead and cancel the service. And I'm going to wait. I don't know what the release order is for the upcoming Marvel shows and Star Wars shows, but I'm going to wait. And I may subscribe for a month here and there, you know, once a full season is available, or maybe a full season of a couple different shows is available. I don't feel like I have to actually see the episodes as soon as they're released, so it's not a huge deal. But it's aggravating that they're being so greedy that they're releasing just one episode at a time, because they advertise these shows as being exclusive to Disney Plus. So why can't they understand that streaming is not like pay TV where you release one episode at a time each week? You don't do that. All the other services release a full season at a time, because that's what's done for streaming. You don't do one episode at a time. And I don't buy the rhetoric that, oh, this is about the pandemic. Bullshit. This is about their greed. That's all that it is. Because no other services are doing it even now. You know, they're still releasing full seasons at a time. The exception would be if you subscribe to a premium service such as HBO or Showtime. Yeah, they're still releasing an episode at a time per week, because they're simultaneously putting that same show on their pay TV channels. It's not just exclusive to streaming. But for Disney, it is. They advertise it as exclusive to Disney Plus, not going on the Disney Channel. It's exclusive. So there's no excuse for it. And quite honestly, I've decided that, and I wanted to share this piece of advice with everybody, because the reality is there's a lot of options out there that are free or very cheap. So you don't need to overpay for these services. In fact, I'm not only dropping Disney, but I'm going to drop Netflix for a while, for the first time in probably 5 years or so that I've had Netflix. It's getting to where they're pretty much just adding stuff that they're creating, and they do make pretty good quality shows and movies. But there's not a lot of content outside of their creations. So I think I'm going to drop it just for a while and focus on some other stuff. I pay for Amazon annually, and they have a decent library. Overall, though, I think it's worth it because you also get access to the music, books and magazines, free shipping, of course. So it kind of makes more sense. But as far as the other stuff, come to find out, the Peacock streaming service is, the premium tier is actually available for free to Xfinity customers like myself. It's ad supported. What we get for free is ad supported, but it's free. And initially they only were making that free for cable subscribers, and if you were willing to get their Xfinity Flex streaming box. I have streaming devices. I don't need the box. I don't really want it. So I waited, and now it's available, and I can get all that content on my streaming devices. So I would definitely recommend it. Even, $5 a month really isn't bad. Their library is pretty decent, and they've added shows that are not, just the NBC properties, but other stuff as well. So it's kind of worth it. Additionally, Hulu, I know they're one of them that seems to run promotions every Black Friday. And I got one of those again last year, so I'm only paying $2 a month for Hulu, and they have a very deep library. It is ad supported, but for $2, I can live with the ads. I prefer to not see ads, but for $2, who cares? I'm still keeping HBO for the time being. I got in on HBO Max early and got the $12 a month discount for the year, so it doesn't run out until I think May. And it's kind of worth having it. They revolve their catalog a lot. Their movies are constantly coming and going, and so you never get bored. But anyway, aside from that, like I said, Xfinity provides Peacock for free. You can also get, and I don't watch them a lot. I'm actually kind of annoyed with Pluto TV because there's no search feature. But Pluto TV is free, Tubi TV, IMDb TV. So there's plenty of completely free, legitimately free content out there. And plus, like I said, you can find like Black Friday deals. You can even get some free movies and stuff on YouTube. So why overpay for all this stuff? I'm at a point where I'm just going to pay for services for a month or two here and there instead of nonstop throughout the year and just wasting all that money. And I encourage other people to do the same. And especially for Disney, let's send them a message. We're not going to put up with this crap of one episode at a time. We don't need to see the episodes when they're brand new. So let's not do that. Just subscribe for a month here and there once the full seasons are posted and binge them, rather than giving Disney the pleasure of us paying every single month. Their catalog's pretty small anyway, so it's barely, it's $7 isn't bad, but it's a small catalog. Additionally, I have gotten away from live sports. Now, that's just me personally. Not everybody's going to be able to do that. I still love football, NFL football, and I do pay for Game Pass. Because it's not a bad deal for as many games as you get, and you can stream them without ads anytime you want. But aside from that, it is next to impossible to follow college sports or even baseball without cable TV. Even with a service like ESPN Plus, they only give you a game or two here and there, so you can't really follow those sports. And it's still very difficult to follow combat sports unless you're willing to pay for pay-per-views, and they're very expensive. They've gotten all the way up to $65 for MMA events and still like $100 or so for a lot of the boxing events. It's ridiculous. And it's just not worth it. Like after we get out of this pandemic, like when I get more comfortable, I'll start going back to sports bars maybe to watch some combat sports. But outside of that, it got to the point for me to where it's just so aggravating and expensive to try to follow stuff that it's like, you know what? I don't really need it. And I hate ads so much. I hate watching live sports because there's so many freaking ads anyway. And I mostly am watching movies and TV shows when I do watch content. And especially now with my new Lego hobby, I'm watching less TV than I ever did before. So it's actually going to save me money in that regard. And, I encourage everybody else to do the same. Nobody should be paying for pay TV anymore, even the streaming ones. They're just ridiculously overpriced. And nobody should be paying for their streaming services every single month nonstop. We can end the greed. We can spend our money more intelligently and end the greed and make things better for everybody. So I encourage everybody, only pay for your streaming services for a month here and there at a time, when there's new seasons of a show posted or new movies you're interested in, and then drop it for 3 or 4 months when you don't really need it. And we can make things better. And again, don't pay for pay TV. There's no reason for it. Streaming products, streaming shows and movies, are the content is just so much better quality than anything on cable or especially network TV anyway. So don't waste your money. Anyway, that's about it. Just wanted to rant about that. So put out with some of the streaming services and just wanted to rant a little bit. If you like this and you want to see more like this, please hit the like and subscribe buttons and support the channel. Thanks and have a great day. Oh, and feel free to comment. Like I said on the last video, I'm not going to delete or block any kind of comments on my channel. So feel free to comment and share your opinions, and I may just respond. Thanks and have a great day.